Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Center Ice Arena here in Glen Ellen, Illinois. It's the Chicago Phantoms taking on the Guardians in Game 3 of our weekend series here. It's going to be the starting lineup for your Chicago Phantoms between Yannick Gasparro and Proden up front. Blue Liners are going to be a little R&R, and in between the pipes, number 33, Declan McKinney. Phantoms are working from the left to right if you're listening on the radio, and on the far side is going to be cutting back. Is going to be the Guardians out to the right point for Bastian. Bastian fires a shot, tipped down by the Guardians, back in the right wing corner for Gasparro. Sends it over to the point, picked up by Geisler, who's going to fire a shot. Saved by McKinney, no rebound given. At 14-13 to go here in the period. The Phantoms are wearing their Sunday blacks, except it's Saturday. And look at that, we got a second referee, sports fans. We got this game started late as we were missing a couple of stripes, and now we've got a pair of them. It's the Chicago Phantoms wearing their Sunday blacks on Saturday afternoon, or evening, if you will. It's going to be black jerseys and black socks along with black shells. There's going to be some gray trim around the shoulders along with a double band of gray around the armbands, waist, and socks. Shells are going to be black with a double vertical gray stripe. Helmets are gray. Gloves are going to be black with the purple and orange trim. Down in the left wing corner is going to be Cushman going to work against the Guardians. Here to the near side, you're going to notice on this rink, it's another international rink. Firing in front, tied up with Hanuki by Monaco. DeNormandie shoves one towards the blue line, and Guardians send it in deep. It'll be Cushman behind the net of McKinney. Left to right, shoved forward by Cush. Monaco comes in, bodies loose right in front of McKinney. McKinney going to poke check it loose in front of the blue paint. Swatted away by DeNormandie here to the near side. We're on international ice once again. Earlier today, you saw the Phantoms take on the Guardians on at Seven Bridges on Olympic ice, 100 feet wide. Firing a shot over the crossbar is going to be Steen, and Buck is loose back behind the goal line. Coming in is going to be Olsen. Olsen going to go out to the right point for Geisler. Going to play catch with Olsen. Here comes Boyd now. Big down low is going to be Cushman. Boyd going to work in the right wing corner. Sends over to Pasturzi on the far side. Pasturzi right wing hash mark, can't get it out. Top of the receiver firing a shot. Blocked by Cushman. Back behind the net for the Guardians. Going to fire a shot. Saved by McKinney. No rebound given. And the Phantoms better wake up if they want to get in this game. Guardians out there now. So as I was saying, the Phantoms and Guardians played earlier at Seven Bridges on Olympic ice, so it's 15 feet wider than your standard NHL rink, usually favoring the faster of the two teams with more space. The Guardians are dressed in their white jerseys. They're going to have a double blue and silver. That's going to be a goal for the Guardians. Right off the draw, number 38, Abrahamson. And the Guardians are leading early at 12:36 here in period number 1. They make our way back out to center ice. Guardians, like I said, are wearing their white jerseys with a black, silver, and blue banding around the armband, waist, and socks. Shells are black with a double silver or white and blue stripe. Helmets are black. Gloves are going to be black. Inside the zone, it's going to be picked up here. Firing a shot, saved by McKinney. Rebound out front, off the back of the net. Coming in the right wing corner for Zaire. Zaire backing off. Sire at the right wing circle. Picked up by the Guardians. Bastian fires a shot wide left of McKinney here to the near side. Here comes Ronan Clark along with McRae. And we lose part of the ice here at center ice because the stands are pretty much directly above the boards. So you're going to lose a little bit right in front of us. Bastian comes with a loose change of center. Cut off by Clark. Tripped up here. Going to pick up by Sire. Sire across blue line, comes in, fires a clapper over Moravchik into the left wing corner for McMurray. McMurray left wing hash marks picked up by the Guardians. Here they come 3-on-2 the other way. Up the middle here hits Abrahamson. Firing a shot, saved by McKinney. Rebound in front of the blue paint. Knocked loose by McRae. Picked up here by Sire. He's going to kick it forward past Bastian. And it's going to be Sire over to BMAC on the far side. BMAC towards the Guardian benches now. Met by McCullough. McMurray gets dumped over here left wing hash marks. Coming in is going to be Clark. 2-on-2 battle now as Clark joins the fray. Back on here to the far side in front of Boyd. Boyd sends it back over to BMAC. BMAC left wing faceoff down to Clark. Clark blows the tire as he's trying to collect the puck. And it's here to the near side for Ostrom. Coming in is McMurray. Ostrom makes a move around him. Now towards Boyd across the Guardian line. At center in front is there. The Guardians go for the line change. Top of the right circle. Trying to drop it to Campbell. Ostrom hangs on to Saucer-Press. Blocked by Clark. Poke check free by Steen. And it's going to be picked up here by McRae. Punched back inside the zone by the Guardians. Campbell towards there. Firing a shot blocked by Max 2. On the far side for Hanuki. Hanuki going to work right wing hash marks against Boyd. Up the boards and now towards the slot. He heads down the backhand. Come around the top of the right circle. Met by Pasturzi. Throws one in the left wing corner past Lucadello. Coming in is going to be Boyd along with McRae backing up in the I formation. Pulled back by Hanuki around. Lucadello makes a move past Boyd. Right hash marks, left hash marks, fires a shot over the crossbar into the right wing corner. Backing off is Pasturzi. Coming down low is going to be out to the top of the right circle for Hanuki. Once again, fires a shot, and it was blocked by somebody back in the left wing corner, picked up by the Guardians. Campbell goes out to the point, over for Ostrom, out towards Pasturzi. Kept in by the Guardians, going to throw it in the right wing corner down low by the Zamdors. Picked up by McCray. McCray going to ramp around here to the near side for Lucadello. Lucadello left wing hash marks, pushes it up to Boyd. Boyd at center now across the Guardian line into the right wing half wall. Backed up by Pasturzi on as F3 to the middle of the net is going to be Lucadello. Boyd tries to send it to Lucadello, picked off by Ostrom. Backing up is Rich and Rothmeyer. And Ostrom goes to the far side. Hits Campbell. Campbell in front of the Phantom benches now. Pushing it in. Steen heads to the net. Ostrom coming in as high F3, even though he's a defenseman. Here to the near side for Lucadello. Kept in by number 22, Ostrom of the Guardians. Boyd joins the 2-on-2 battle along with Steen. They make it a 3-on-2 battle, won by Bastian. Bastian goes off cross ice. Pass was picked up here on the far side by Abrahamson. And he goes right back here to the near side for Ostrom. Ostrom trying to push it forward. I'm sorry, that's Olsen, not Abrahamson. It's picked up here by Rich. Rich to Lucadello. Lucadello over to Gasparro. He's got Pasturzi right, or left rather. Gasparro beats Ostrom to the inside. Puck protection, bottom of the right circle. Coming around right to left, trying to hit Pasturzi. 3 white jerseys on Gasparro. Puck hangs onto it. Out to the point. Slammed that by the Guardians, picked up by Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer going to go right back the other way towards Pasturzi, who one hands one in the zone. And it's collected by number 9, Bastian, who's coming around his own slot with crossovers across the Guardian line here to the near side. Going to work against Rich. Tried to make a shot. Nope. Set down the left wing corner by Bastian. Picked up by the Guardians. Abrahamson fires a shot. Shot and a save by McKinney at 9:26 to go here in period number 1. Face-off going to go into the left wing circle to the right of McKinney. The Phantoms go for the defensive line change. It's Cush and the Rock on D. Monaco heads to the slot, flanked by Yannick and Pronin. Cushman on the half wall right in front of us. Gasparro going to take your draw against Bastian. Cushman tied up, slammed at by Max. 3 here to the near side left wing corner. Yannick comes down. Puck's going to slide behind the net of McKinney from Gasparro to Ron Monaco right wing corner. Monaco going to push it up the ice. Right hash mark now, sends it out of the zone. Kept in by the Guardians. Firing a shot, saved by McKinney. Directed in the right wing corner for Cushman. Picked up by Olsen. Olsen going to work here to the near side. Blocked by Cushman. Shot and a save by McKinney. No rebound given. And we'll get a whistle. Monaco and Abrahamson going to work against each other in front of the slot there. And we'll get a face-off back in the right wing circle to the left of McKinney. Your lineup out there for the Phantoms pretty much stays the same. In the slot will be Proden, Cushman, and Yannick. Max 3 on your draw, and Monaco on the half wall. Face-off 1 to the right point for the Guardians. Firing a shot, pad saved by McKinney. Rebound out back behind the net. Shot was wide left. Far side, Monaco gets the inside position. Up to Proden, out of the zone it goes. Picked up by Gasparro, sliding over here to Yannick. Yannick across center, goes back up the ice inside for Proden. Proden fires a shot. Rebound saved by Moravchik in the left wing corner. Proden gets to it, sends it down low for Yannick. Yannick to Gasparro. That puck's going to go all the way down as he had Max 3 crashing in. Yannick going to come and get it. Monaco going to pick it up behind the net of McKinney, right to left here to the near side. Monaco hits the brakes and he flies right by him, blows a tire. As Proden tries to touch pass out, but it's picked up by Hanuki. Back off the stick of Proden. Monaco chips it to Max 3. Max slams it forward. It's going to be Monaco with a spinning dive puck against Yannick. Monaco couldn't get to it. McCullough beats to it. Monaco with the inside position. He blows a tire, couldn't get a handle on it. Picked up by Max 3 now. Out to the point, going to look for McMurray. As McMurray was covering D on the zone, it slides, and the Phantom's going to have to regroup. BMAC over to Cush. Cush back to BMAC. BMAC pushing up on the far side. Looks to hit Cushman here to the near side. Cushman with a little bit of time and space now. Yannick on his left. Cushman comes in, fires a shot. Pad saved by Moravchik. Rebound on the right wing corner for Cushman. Cushman by his lonesome. Going to the net is McMurray. Zaire on the far left point. Coming outside, picked up by the Guardians. Intercepted by Gavin Sire. Cut off by the Guardians. McCullough into the left wing corner for Millen. Millen pass Sire on the far side. BMAC left wing hash marks. Bodied up the puck by Walls. Out towards Cushman, kept in by McMurray and Sire. The 2-on-2 battle won by Gavin. Gavin over to Normandy. Here to the near side off a double D stick. Right wing corner going down is going to be Normandy. Steen coming in. Sire popped it loose in the right wing corner. Sire coming in. BMAC heads to the front of the net. McCullough goes down, dragged by Normandy right to left. He's got Cushman open left point. Normandy couldn't get to him. Met by Millen. Sends it out the left point for Cushman now. Cushman to left point, blue line. Sends it back to Normandy. Off the stick of Bastian. Picked up by Millen now. He's met by McMurray and Normandy. Puck slides out the left wing corner. Cross ice pass blocked by Sire. Splitting the D of Cushman and Zaire. And the Guardians get the line change in as well as Harsh. Nobody changing for the Phantoms. It'll be Zaire here to the near side for BMAC. BMAC off his stick inside the zone, bet by Ostrom. Ostrom picks it up. He's going to pull it back top of the right circle. Goes cross ice out of the zone. Pass Campbell and McCray. Puck's going to go all the way down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 6:18 to go here in the first period. At least I think it says 6:18. Can't really tell by the scoreboard, folks. There's so many lights out on it, you're not sure what it says. I'm just guessing. It could be 6:48, could be 38, 28, 18, who knows. Right wing circle face-off. It's Lucadello, Clark, and Boyd up front. Blue Liners are going to be a little M&M. Max and McCray. Boyd sends it out to the point. Out of the zone, it's going to go for McCray. McCray going to shove one hand, and we're going to get an offside as Adam pushed it back inside the zone. We're going to get a face-off just outside the zone right in front of us here. Lineup stays the same for the Phantoms. Make that face-off just outside the zone right in front of the Guardian benches. Lucadello on right wing. Boyd on left. Clark on your draw. Clark wins it over to Boyd. Picked up by McCray. McCray hands it for DeBrio. Off her stick into the zone. Picked up by Austin of the Guardians. He goes cross ice to Remondini. Remondini in a 3-on-2 in front of Zaire. Cut back is Lucadello. Forced him to go top left circle. Phantoms get back onside. Firing a shot. Saved by him with nobody. It went wide. Thought McKinney got a piece of it. He dumped over Campbell. Behind the net, right wing circle, firing a shot is Hanuki. Blocker saved by McKinney here to the near side for Clark. Clark with a stick check. Loose change picked up by the Guardians. Left wing circle, out towards Campbell. Campbell goes towards Boyd, goes over to the right point. Curling and firing is going to be Ostrom. Wide right it goes. Rebound off the end boards here to the near side for Lucadello in the left wing corner along with Max too. Picked up by Remondini out to Hanuki. Top the right circle, left circle fired a shot. Shot blocked by McCray. Back into the right wing corner. Phantoms need to pick up their feet, start moving them. Boy, Hanuki blows a tire behind into the right wing corner. Must be pretty nasty down there by the Zamdors. Cut off by Zaire. Zaire looking for support now. Dragged by Abrahamson, picked up by Hanuki, and it's picked up here left wing hash marks. Out towards Ronan Clark, goes cross ice towards Ostrom. Ostrom who pinched in, firing a shot across. Zaire didn't see it off the post, and it was rebounded towards Campbell, swatted away by the Phantoms. Clark sends it over to Boyd. Lucadello trying to kick it out of zone. He does. And the Guardians going to have to regroup. Boyd cut off there by Campbell, but it's in the zone. It goes for Ostrom. Guardians looking to go cross ice quick, try to catch him in a line change. Here they come. Cut off by DeNormandy. High point offsides will be the call as Abrahamson was inside the zone well as the Guardians forward had to make a move with the blue line as he was cut off there. So the Phantoms get the offsides, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off just outside the zone. It's going to be Double D along with Gaspararo and Pasturzi up front. A little R&R on D. Max 3 on your draw against Bastian. Bastian wins it over to Millen. Millen up here to Geisler. Pass Geisler inside the zone for Stan against Rich. Rich going to poke check it free in the left wing corner. Sends it towards Normandy. And it's cut off by the Guardians. Blocked by Gaspararo. Back to Double D. Pinching in is going to be the defenseman of the Guardians. Bouncing puck at center. Corralled by Pasturzi. Gives over to Gaspararo. 2-on-2. Bastian and Pasturzi. Pasturzi high slide. Pasturzi fires a shot wide left of the blocker. Picked up in front. Pasturzi fans on the one-timer. The Normandy fans on it. Back to Pasturzi. Pasturzi couldn't get it. Taken down by Millen. Far side. Gaspararo pushed it out to Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer back to Max 3. Bouncing out to the right face-off top. Picked up by Bastian. Out of the zone, it goes past Steen. Going to be collected by Rylan Rich in front of the Phantom line. He's going to pull it back. Goes over to cross. Ice to Max. Max Gaspararo going to work in the Guardian benches. Pasturzi in tow along with the Normandy. Pasturzi top left circle firing a shot. Shot blocked by the Guardians. Steen knuckling at the blue line for Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer punches it back towards the penalty boxes. Collected by Pasturzi. Pasturzi's got Gaspararo here on the near side. Max 3 walks it in. Right hash marks comes down. Fires a shot. Rebound on front. Smothered by Moravchik as the Phantoms. DeNormandy comes in for the second look opportunity. Unable to convert at 4:16 to go here in period number 1. Face-off goes to the right wing circle, and the Phantoms go 5 in and 5 out. A wholesale change. Headed out there now for Coach Caden's squad. Nyadic, along with Proden and Gavin Sire as your sentiment. Blue Liners are going to be Cush and the Rock. Face-off for Sire to Proden. Proden fires one quick, saved by the goaltender back Nyadic. Nyadic fires a backhand shot. Moravchik going to smother it right there at the blue paint. And we're going to get a whistle. At 4:11 to go here in the period. Your lineup out there stays the same for the Phantoms. It'll be Gavin Sire going to work against Hanutke in the draw. Face-off one here to the near side for Proden. Proden picked up by Gavin. Gavin coming in, top of the right circle, fires a shot. Looking for the redirect was Nyadic. Bouncing behind the net as Nyadic goes down. Puck is thrown out to the far point for Monaco. Monaco sends one forward. It's intercepted by Hanutke first. He's got a boy who's split behind him. On top of the right circle, comes out Cushman with the poke check, forcing Abrahamson to go the other way. Out towards Proden. Proden got a piece of it. He blew a tire and lost the stick, but it's Nyadic with a step. Coming back against McCullough, and Yadick comes down right face up, fires a shot, saved by Moravchik, no rebound given, it's finally smothered by the goaltender as Monaco came in. Monaco and McCullough having some words there in front of it. As you know, number 7 from the Phantoms likes to chirp. He gets under the skin of several players from other teams at most times. Your lineup out there now for the Phantoms will be Yadick, Sire, and Proden. Proden in the slot. Cush and the rock on D. Yadick over to Monaco. Puck's going to go out of the zone. Collected by Monaco, and the Phantoms are going to have to regroup. Monaco to Cushman. Cushman over to Yadick. Yadick quickly up the ice across center. Going to send one in deep. Behind the net, right to left. Coming in is Sire right. Proden left. Pulling it across is going to be Geisler. Bouncing it out. Campbell coming up towards Monaco. Going to work here to the near side. Lost by Campbell out to the Rock. Rock pushed it up forward. Cut off by Bastian. Inside the zone for Sire. Picked off by Geisler. And he sauces it out past Yadick. Picked up by Steen. Going to work against Cushman. Firing a shot. Glove saved by McKinney. No rebound given here in the first period with 3, believe it, make it 3:28 to go here in the first. Face-off goes in the left wing circle to the right of McKinney. Your lineup out there now as the Phantoms go for the wholesale change. McCray and BMAC in the slot. Boyd at center. Clark and Zayer on the near side. Zayer picks it up left, right behind McKinney. Makes the breakout pass to BMAC. BMAC touches it forward to Boyd. Boyd's got Clark racing up the ice. Off the stick of Ronan into the hands of Remondini, who pushes it up here to the near side for Campbell. Campbell crossing over, looking like Connor McDavid. Top of the left circle, cuts back, high slot, right, left, Hasberg. Fires a shot, saved by McKinney. Chopped loose by McCray into the hands of Clark. Clark's got BMAC breaking on the far side. It's BMAC versus Mellon. Remondini back checking. BMAC goes bottom left circle, powers through the bottom check. Sauces one off the goaltender, Moravchik's helmet into the right wing corner here to the near side. Picked up by McCray at the right point. Pushing it out of the zone is going to be Bastian. It's Kazayer in a foot race in front of the Phantom line. Looking for McCurry on the far side, sends the pass behind, and puck is loose at center on the neutral, backhanded forward, cut off by McMurray. Picked up by Clark, swatted away by Steen. Thrown all the way towards McMurray, or McKinney, who's going to make a little bit of the save there and give it over to McCray. McCray coming in. Abrahamson on the forecheck, out to Olsen. Olsen left Hasberg, fires a shot, saved by McKinney. Rebound stuffed in by number 38, Abrahamson. He's got his second goal of the period at 2:37 to go here in period number 1. Rebound hockey, folks. Dirty goals are where it's at. As we make our way back out to center ice. It's 2-0 so far here in favor of the Guardians. Coach Caden goes for the line change. It's Pisturzi, Gaspanaro, and Lucadello up front. A little R&R on D. Referee trying to show Max where the faceoff dot is. Draw one by the Guardians into the hands of Millen. Millen pushing it forward into the hands of Abrahamson. Cut off by Gaspanaro. Gaspanaro pulling it back, sends it forward to Lucadello. Puck slides in the right wing corner. Pisturzi trucking down to get it now. Cut off by Ostrom. Ostrom reversing the ice right to left on the far side with 1:31 to go here in the period. Fake move, Lucadello back check. Fortunately, Lucadello going to push him off. He's puck protection as Ostrom out in front of Rothmeyer. Top of the wrist, going to let him walk all the way in. Finally, Lucadello gets a piece of it and picks it off. And it's Brian Pisturzi sends it over here to the near side. Cut off by Hanutke. Picked up here in front. Max Vanastararo going to work on a wrap around right to left on the far side. Rothmeyer comes over to left wing half wall. Picked up by Olsen. Looking to spread it out towards Abrahamson. That's going to go down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 1:24 to go here in the period. So when I said it was 1:38, it was probably more like 1:58. Looks like it's about $1.24 on the scoreboard. Not really sure, but it's somewhere with a minute and change remaining here in period number 1. Out there now for the Phantoms, we Proden, Sire, and Double D up front. Cush and the Rock are your blue liners. McCullough going to work behind the net of Moravchik. Sent over here to the near side for Cushman. Cushman going to backhand one down in the corner for Sire. Sire patiently waiting against Geisler. Try to send one back up the strong side towards Cushman. Picked off by the Guardians. Cross-ice pass knocked down by DeNormity. Cut off by the Ashton. Loose change right there at center for Walls. Walls picks it, drops over here, flipping a double D. Geisler comes up here for Bastian against Cushman. Try to toe drag, makes a move around Cushman. Firing a shot, saved by McKinney. Puck is loose here to the near side. Finally, puck is spent. Monaco going to cover up the post. Right there, McKinney finally going to get a piece of it. As Monaco got the inside position behind McKinney, make sure puck couldn't slide in underneath Declan's skate. Bastian with the sweet hands move around Cush there. Phantoms would do well just to watch the body on number 9 of the Guardians. 48 seconds to go here in period number 1, and a line change for the Phantoms. On defense, it'll be a little R&R in the left wing corner. Rich sends it forward to Double D. Coming in as Sire on the offensive side, sliding it out of the zone and neutralized towards Cronin, backing up. Geisler headmans it over to Campbell. Campbell knocked off the puck by DeNormandie, picked up here by the Hanutke. He gets knocked off the puck, and then in favor of Abrahamson, looks to fire a shot over the crossbar, rebounding off the right corner towards Gavin Sire, trying to send one forward. Is going to be Hanutke, picked off by Sire. Campbell sends one behind the net. Puck is loose in front of McKinney. Here in front of the blue paint, trying to fire. Stopped by Proden right there. McCullough tried to crash. Geisler fires a shot. Locked down in the blue paint. Saved by McRae. Or Rothmeyer here to the near side. He got a piece of it. Picked back up. Geisler fans on the one-timer. On the far side, Ryland Rich coming with 7 seconds. Now he backs up. Sending the right wing corner. Ryland comes down low by the Zamdors. Backhands one. Jalmerson style out to the point for Geisler. Geisler looking to fire a shot, and that sound is the end of the first period. So at the end of 1, it's the Chicago Phantoms 0 and the Guardians 2 as we head to our first intermission. This first intermission brought to you by Tomatoes Bakery and Subs in Chicago, Illinois on Grand Avenue in May. Tomatoes Bakery and Subs. Our bread, your butter. Stop in and see Rosanna. Tell her I said hi, folks. Get yourself a cannoli, a sfogliatelle, a loaf of Italian bread, a sub sandwich, some Sicilian pizza, some cookies. God, I'm hungry. That place is fantastic. Everything there is great. Enjoy the intermission. Welcome back, folks, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your starting lineup here for the Phantoms in period number 2. Proden, Gaspararo, and Yannick up front. Blue liner is going to be a little R&R. McKinney has the net. 15 minutes on the clock. Phantoms are working from left to right to left if you're listening on the radio. Gaspararo just picked his pocket in broad daylight. Somebody call the cops. Here to the near side, Proden trying to muscle it out to the right point, kept in by Bastian. Loose change picked up by Rothmeyer. He's got Gaspararo, picked off by Rimondini on the headman. That'll be an offsides as Olsen was trucking back across the blue line. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off just outside the zone, I'm assuming. Right in front of us. 14-20 something, I think, or 32. Lineup out there for the Phantoms stays the same. Proden on left wing, Yannick on right. Yannick and his counterpart, Steen, both crashing in. Gaspararo wins the draw against Bastian over to Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer to Rich. Rich going to tread man back up. That's to Gaspararo. Gaspararo to Yannick. Proden heads to the net. Drops it for Max 3. Max, right lane, fast back. Fires a shot. Rebound out front for Gaspararo. Knocked away from Yannick, rather, was swatted away by the Guardians. Ryland Rich pinching in for Yannick. Yannick tips it back down low. Picked up here in front for Gaspararo. Gaspararo tries to backhand it. Stepping on the puck is going to be the Guardians. Slapped that by Gaspararo. He goes down. Picked up by the Guardians, going to wrap it around here to the near side. Rothmeyer comes trucking out of the zone. He's going to have to pick it up, and the Phantoms are going to have to regroup. Rothmeyer curls back around, hits Proden. Proden goes cross ice off the stick of Steen into the hands of Ostrom, who sauces one right back the other way into the hands of Ryland Rich. Rich slams one off of Bob, up to Gaspararo, who shoves one in the zone. Max 3, trying to cut back, picked up by Yannick, supporting the puck. Yannick in front of the Phantom benches, sends one back down looking for Gaspararo. Bad bounce off of some snow there down by the Zamdors. Knuckling up, and here's a little flipper pass by the Guardians. Rimondini back in the hands of DeNormandie now. Double D comes in, fires a shot. Rebound in front of the blue paint, swatted away by Ostrom on the far side. Pick coming in is going to be Gaspararo. Gaspararo knocks him down off the puck. Max 3 is going to the sin bin. I don't know about that one, folks. It's finally when the Phantom's touching that puck. Roughing is going to be the call on Max 3, and from here, folks, not sure if you can see it back home. Not sure I like that call. But whether it doesn't matter to me, it doesn't matter if I like it or not. The referee called it. So at 13:22, Gaspanaro heads to the sin bin for roughing here in period number 2. Your lineup now as the Phantoms are shorthanded. This penalty kill brought to you by Classic Packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic Packaging. You can't have a penalty without a box. Your 4-man unit out there for the Phantoms is going to be Clark along with Double D, Monaco, and Zaire on D. Abrahamson controlling the left wing corner. Monaco's got a guy tied up in front of that. Tried to saucer pass out to Haneke, broken up by McKinney. Out towards the Normandy, firing a shot. Shot blocked by Monaco in the right wing corner against Campbell. Monaco comes in, gonna put him in a wall. Popped it loose. Monaco bashes off the left wing corner for Zaire. He puts Campbell in the back of the net. Picked back up by Haneke. Top of the left circle goes cross ice here towards the Normandy for McCullough. McCullough fired a shot. Pad saved by McKinney. And behind the net for Max too. Zaire going to work on the far side. Heads it out to Clark out of the zone. And the Guardians are going to have to regroup as Geisler goes over here to the near side for McCullough. McCullough pushing it towards the blue line. Chipped by DeNormandy, picked back up by Haneke. Right circle, or Campbell, fanning on the toe drag shot is going to be Campbell. Monaco dumps him over out to the right point for McCullough. Out of his zone for Clark. Clark in a one-on-one against Geisler. Fires a shot, rebound out front from Moravchik as Clark heads to the net. He makes the save, and we're going to get a whistle here at 12:26 to go here in the period. 34 seconds to go on that Classic Packaging PK. And the Phantoms go for the line change. It'll be Cronin and Sire up front along with Rothmeyer and Rich, and the Guardians send their new 5 out. Ostrom on the half wall, Bastian at center. In the slot looks like it's going to be Olsen along with Steen and can't tell the gentleman on the left wing. On the far side, it's going to be Bastian with a head of steam coming up, cross ice in front of Olsen. Olsen going to work in front of Rothmeyer. Looks to fire a shot, saved by McKinney. Rebound on the far side. Bastian centered, blocked by Rothmeyer, picked up by Rich. Rich sends it over to Sire. Kept in by Rimondini. That was your other forward out there. Rimondini controlling now in the left wing corner against Rich. Tries to make a move. Rich going to take him all the way to the left wing corner. Sends it out to the left point. Steen goes back to Rimondini. Looking for the cross ice pass. Knocked out of midair by Pronin, but collected by Ostrom. Firing a shot. Saved by McKinney. Juicy rebound. Slams out to the far side, and we are even strength. Making his way onto the ice for the Phantoms is going to be Lucadello. In the right wing corner, Ostrom pinching in, kept in by Steen. Sire comes over to the strong side, firing a shot just past the glove of McKinney's. He came out of the net. Why? Lucadello with position, picked off by Bastian. Left point, he's going to try to fire one in the left wing corner. Off the skates of Steen into the hands of Rylan Rich. Rich has got Sire at the blue line. Offsides will be the call as that puck slid out of the zone at 11:26 to go here in the period. If that one was kept in, that would have been Guardians had numbers going the other way with a couple of Phantoms flying the zone early. Your lineup out there now for the Phantoms stays the same, it looks like. It'll be Pronin, Sire, and Lucadello up front. A little R&R on D. Rylan Rich collects the puck across center, tries to cut, splits through Haneke, fires a shot off the stick of the defender, off the end boards. Coming in as Geisler, knocked loose by Pronin. Pronin tries to send one in the right wing corner. He does. Millen going to get to it first with Sire. Trying to wrap one up fast is going to be Millen. Sire blocked it. Tripped up is going to be Rich. Rich is tripped up, and Abrahamson is headed to the sin bin. Abrahamson, he is an assist short of the Gordie Howe Youth Hockey hat trick. He's got a goal and a penalty now. Just needs the assist to go with it. Number 38 tripping here in period number 2 at 11:25. Resulting in a Phantoms power play. This power play brought to you by Bubby's Beef and Red Hots in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Bubby's Beef and Red Hots, the best fresh cut fries this side of the Des Plaines River. Stop in to see Andy. Tell him I said hi, folks. Pisturzi along with Clark and BMAC up front. Monaco is one of your blue liners along with Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer has one on him. Campbell coming in on the forecheck. Hitting the brakes is Rothmeyer behind the net of McKinney. Rothmeyer reverses over here to the near side. Looking for McMurray. Trying to hit Clark. It was cut off by Geisler. And here comes the Guardians the other way. Haneke going to work in front. Left wing circle towards Rothmeyer. Shot and a save by McKinney. He's going to smother it as Campbell comes in for the pressure. And at 10:22, 57 seconds to go on that Bubby's Beef and Red Hots power play. Phantoms are going to change things up a little bit out there. Looks like that's going to be a 4 on, 4 off. Headed out there now for the boys dressed in black will be Monaco in the slot with Yannick. Gaspanaro going to take your draw. Pronin heads over to the slot now by Monaco. Cushman makes his way over to the left wing half wall. Face off to the right of McKinney. Gospodar going to take your draw against Bastion. Into the left wing corner it goes for Cush. Cush going to send it over to Monaco. Cushman fanned on it. Back over to Monaco. Monaco to Cush. Cush going to push it up the ice. It's Cushman with a little bit of speed in front of the Guardian benches now. Hits Nyadek. Nyadek going to push it in. Picked his pocket as Bastion. Right wing circle, right to left. Prody going to cut him off. Cut back here to the near side. Pinching in is Monaco. Monaco on the left wing side. Loose change for Nyadek. Nyadek over to Cushman. Cushman in front of the Phantom benches now. Comes in, fires a shot. Saved by Moravchik, smothered by him, and no rebound, no rebound given, as it was 29 seconds to go on that Bubby's Beef and Red Hots power play. And the Phantoms stand pat. I think they make a change on defense there. Cushman off and Zaire on. It's 77-7 on D. Yannick, Gospodar, and Proden up front. Face-off one on the left right wing corner by the Guardians. Coming in as Haneke tried to make a move on Gospodar. He does. Here they're coming the other way. Up off the boards. Bounces over the stick of Zaire. No icing. Monaco going to have to come trucking in. Campbell going to work against the rock. Monaco going to trip him up, and Monaco's going to the sin bin. At 9:35 to go here in the period, negating the power play. And that'll be the end of the power play for the Phantoms. It's 4-on-4 for 10 seconds, and then it'll be another PK for the Phantoms. We need to get a guy off the ice there, folks. Phantoms are one too many. Out there now will be Gospodar on center. Proden in the slot with McCrae, Zaire on the half wall. Haneke on your draw. Here comes Proden picking it up right away. Going to make a move around Ostrom, pulling it into the left wing corner. Going to work is Proden. Proden fires one off the behind the net, wrapping around here to the near side, far side from McCrae. McCrae pushes back in the hands of Gospodar. Gospodar to Proden. Proden left hand first shot. That's a David Proden goal! Short-handed. Let's check the replay, folks. On the far side, it's going to be kept in there, picked up by Gospodar. Gospodar over to Proden. Proden beats Moravchik under the glove, and Proden buries one and makes this 2-1 at 9:27 from 96. And 27, that was McCrae on the assist. 9:27 here in period number 2. Phantoms are still shorthanded for 1:12. This penalty kill brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts Coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts Coffee, the official coffee of the Chicago Phantoms. Parents. Proden comes in, stuffs it at the blue line, carries it left wing hash, trying to backhand one on his own Jalmerson style. He does. Collected by Geisler, and they're going to regroup it here quick. Haneke walks it in, top of the right circle against Rothmeyer. Coming down the right wing corner, hitting the brakes. Coming in is Gospodar now. Pops it loose for Proden. Proden going to slam one out of the zone. That'll be an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 46 seconds to go on that Dunkin' Donuts PK. Monaco helping out Rylan Rich there in the penalty box. Must have fixed Rich's helmet there. On your draw is going to be Max 3, or Ronan Clark rather. On the right wing corner is going to be Rothmeyer going to work against 2. Rich in front of that, picked up by Bastion. Sauce over bottom right circle, poke check by DeNormandy into the right wing corner. Rothmeyer giving chase, going to work in the right corner front. Down by the exit sign there. Bastion coming in, trying to drag it. It's going to be Rothmeyer versus 3. Finally dragged out of there by the Guardians. Out to the point towards Geisler. DeNormandy forced him to go top right circle for Haneke. Haneke walks it down, firing a shot, saved by McKinney. No rebound given. At 8:22 with 17 seconds to go on that Dunkin' Donuts PK. Your lineup now stays the same. Face off in the right wing circle to the left of McKinney. Bastion against Clark. Rothmeyer goes down right in the front of McKinney. He's going to smother it with a whistle as Abrahamson comes in, puts pressure on it. 11 seconds to go here on that Dunkin' Donuts PK. Bastion backing off now. Haneke coming in to go against Clark. Rothmeyer has to back up. Clark on the draw in the feet of Haneke and Clark. Picked up by Rylan Rich, right to left on the far side. Rich hits Normandy here to the near side. Normandy across the Phantom line. Double D against Abrahamson. Goes down right in the slot. We're going to get a penalty on the Guardians. Tripping is going to be the call. He draws it. Wow, that was an interesting call. I don't know who they're going to send to the sin bin there. It'll be Abrahamson. Will be the one that has to go. He's now got 2 goals and 2 penalties. So that makes it, Abrahamson is having a day, folks. He's all over the score sheet. He's got all 4 tallies so far for the Guardians. All he needs now is 2 assists, and he's got a double Gordie Howe youth hat trick. So we are back on the power play, folks. This power play brought to you by Gene and Jude's Hot Dogs on River Road in River Grove. Gene and Jude's. No seats, no ketchup, no pretense, no nonsense. Your power play unit out there now for the Phantoms is going to be Yannick along with Gaspararo and Proden up front. Little R&R on D. Here to the near side. Out to Rich. Rich left point. Spins it back over here to the near side for Yannick. Yannick to Gaspararo left corner. Yannick left hash marks. Out to the top of the left circle over to Rich. Rich left point. Fires a shot blocked by Ostrom. Going to send one knuckling out of the zone. Little Gorbatenko flip into the Phantom zone right in front of McKinney. Picked up by Rylan Rich. Walls on the forecheck. He blows a tire in front of McKinney. Sends the breakout pass the other way to be 5-on-3 if they get in the zone. Here comes Gaspararo. Gaspararo across the blue line. Proden left. Fires a shot. Shot blocked by Ostrom. Gaspararo going to pick up the rebound left to right on the far side. Hits the point for Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer over to Rich. Rich curls and fires a shot. Off the skates of Proden in the left wing corner here to the near side. We've got 35 seconds to go on that. Gene and Juice power play kept in by Rylan Rich off the stick of Proden in the left wing corner for Gaspararo. Phantoms looking to set it up once again. Up the strong side. Cut back is Gaspararo against Campbell. Out to the point for Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer fires a quick shot blocked by Walls. Back in the corner for Millen. Gaspararo with a good stick check. Out of the zone it goes. Puck's going to go down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 14 seconds to go on that Gene and Jude's power play. 6:28 I think left in the period. Can't read the scoreboard. But we do know there's 14 seconds to go on that Gene and Jude's power play. Coach Caden goes for the line change. It'll be Clark, Sire, and BMAC up front. Cush and the Rock on D. Sire on your draw. Clark in the slot. Coming in as BMAC. BMAC fires one quick save by Moravchik. No rebound given as Clark came in for the pressure. Face-off goes back to the right wing circle. Sire on your draw. BMAC on the half wall. BMAC fires a shot quick. Rebound save picked up by Gavin. Gavin with the backhand shot. Saved by Moravchik. Fires a shot. Oh, another save by Moravchik. Picked up by Clark here to the near side. 1 second to go. We are even strength. Monaco fans on it. Gets control and sends it back behind the goal line for Gavin Sire. Sire comes around here to the near side. Cycles it back for Clark. Wraps it up here to the near side for Sire. Sire over to Monaco. Monaco goes back to Gavin. Gavin left hash mark. Looks for the give and go. Monaco fires a shot. Wide left. Rebound off the end boards to McMurray. Far side for Cush. Cush in the right wing corner, down by the Zamdors, coming over to Clark. Wraps over here to the near side. Monaco going to pinch in left wing hash marks. Gets to it, tries to drag it, wraps it back the other way. Off the stick of Remondini into the hands of Clark. Clark by the Zamdors, he's pinned in. Remondini tries to backhand one forward. Clark trying to muscle his way through down the goal line. McMurray's going to put a body on it. Abrahams drags it out of the zone. Here he comes in the way, cut off by Sire. Picked up by BMAC. BMAC sends one forward. Offsides is going to be the call as Clark was just on the other side of the blue line. It was a good call by the referee. Phantoms fans are none too happy about it, but it was the right call as Clark was just on the other side of the blue line. 6 minutes and change to go here in period number 2. Phantoms showing signs of life. It's Pisturzy along with Boyd up front. On right wing is Nico Lucadello. Blue liners are going to be Zaire and McCrae. Face-off won by Haneke. Off the stick of Pisturzy here to the near side. He would have had a wide open look at the goaltender Moravchik had he been able to corral that puck. McCrae in front of his own net. Harassed by the Guardians. Number 21, Stan, picked up by Haneke. Picked his pocket is going to be Boyd. Into the left wing corner for Brielle. Brielle backhands it to Lucadello. Brielle's going to hang on. It finally sits with Nico. Nico, one hands one forward. It's Nico and Pisturzy in a 2-on-1. Nico goes in right side. Comes down against McCullough. Fires a shot. Rebound for Pisturzy. Sliding by line. Pisturzy on the rebound. It's a Phantoms goal. Let's check the replay. It's going to be Nico Lucadello. Comes all in on. McCullough goes to block the shot. Saved by Moravchik, but it's stuffed in by Pisturzy. And we've got ourselves a tie game. At 5:20 to go here in period number 2, it's 95 from 11, and we are tied. Uh-oh, folks, I made a mistake on the scoreboard there. Make it 2-2. Out there now for the boys in black, Pisturzy along with Boyd and Lucadello. A little R&R on D. Pasturzi going to send one in deep into the right wing corner. Lucadello left, Boyd right. Millen throws it out to the point, kept in by Rich, who's going to throw one up off the glass, and the dasher boards behind the referee into the right wing corner for Millen. Once again, he tries to send one right wing half wall, cut off by Pasturzi. Pasturzi to Rich. Rich fires a shot, directed away by the defenseman, or Bastion, to the centerman of the Guardians. He got a piece of it, and into the left wing corner it traveled. Down behind the net, Pasturzi against Millen. Millen gets the better of the exchange, sends over to Rich. Rich, right hash marks. Sends over to Pasturzi, back in the hands of Rich. Rich throws one off the back of the net. Geisler coming into the Guardians here to the near side. Geisler going against Boyd, trying to push it up the strong side, kept in by Brielle. Loose change collected by Bastion, harassed by Pasturzi, wraps around to the far side for Rich in front of the Phantom benches. Rich going to send one back in the corner for Pasturzi. Pasturzi trying to drag one up, picked up by Bastion. Going to try to make a move around Boyd, going to carry it across the Guardian line here to the near side with a little bit head of steam. Puck protection inside the zone by Rothmeyer. Right wing corner, tries to cut back. Coming in is Boyd, centering pass up front, saved by McKinney. No rebound given at 4:24 to go here in the period. And a face-off going to go on here in the right wing circle to the left of McKinney as the Phantoms go for a 5-in and 5-out wholesale change. It'll be Ronan Clark on your draw. Gavin Sire and Double D are your forwards. Blue Liners are going to be cushion the rock with Monaco in the I formation behind Clark. Cushion a slot with Double D. Sire on the half wall. Sire against Steen. Sire tied up right wing corner. Pushing it out the blue line, just out of the zone it goes. It's going to be Double D in a foot race. It's going to be DeNormandie and Clark in a 2-on-1. Back checking it across. Poke checked loose by Ostrom. Picked up by Sire. He tries to cut back in the slot. Picked up by Ostrom. Poke checked by DeNormandie. Backing up is Monaco and Cushman. Against Haneke and Cush. Ostrom fires a shot. It went off the blocker of McKinney and in at 4:22. Ostrom, number 22, gets one to go in, and it's now 3-2 here in period number 2. Nice shot from the top of the left circle there for Ostrom. And makes this game a 1-goal lead for the Guardians once again. As we make our way back out to center ice. It's Proden, Gaspararo, and Yannick up front. Blue Liners are going to be Zaire and McRae. Picked up by Rimondini. Rimondini going to work against Zaire. Top of the right circle, comes down low, tries to make a move, fires a backhand shot wide left into the left wing corner for Yannick. Yannick's got Max 3. Max going to backhand one on his own at the blue line, stuffed by Ostrom. Pushed forward by Max 3. Picked up by Yannick and Proden with 2-on-2. Firing a shot is Yannick. No rebound given by Moravchik. And we're going to get a whistle at 3:40, I believe that says on the clock. Could be a 4. Could be a 3, maybe a 7. Can't be a 7. Face-off goes back to the right wing circle. Your lineup out there now for the Phantom stays the same. Yannick in the slot, Proden on the half wall, Gaspararo against Bastion on the draw. Face-off won by Bastion and the Guardians, sent out to the left point for Zaire. Zaire fires one forward, knuckle puck as it was kind of blocked by Olsen. Picked up by Bastion, backing up with McRae and Zaire, harassed by Gaspararo. Bastion going to carry it in the right wing corner, going to curl around here to the near side. Out to the right point for Geisler. Geisler coming in to fire a shot. Shot blocked by Proden. Down low for Max 3. Puck is loose for Bastion, going to work against Zaire. Out to the right point once again for Geisler, coming towards Proden. Looks to fire a shot. Puck goes wide left in the left wing corner. McRae trucking in against Olsen. Olsen with the inside position on the defensive side. McRae gets pinned in. Bastion tried to send it down low, intercepted by Gaspararo, who rips one over here to the near side at 3:21. And it's collected by Proden. Proden up the ice. Comes in with Yannick. Proden tries to go cross ice for Julian. Julian across the slot to the backhand. Poke check by Bastion. Saved by Moravchik. Poked out of the total point from McCullough. Kept in by McRae. McRae throws it past Gaspararo down behind the net for Yannick. Yannick, as the referee jets out of the way, and Yannick throws one off the back net. Comes back over for Gaspararo. Proden in the high slot. Gaspararo goes to the point for McRae. McRae back to Max 3. Max 3 with Bastion on him. Tied up in front of the Phantom benches. Picked up by Abrahamson. Throws it forward to Bastion. Picked up by Proden. Picked off by Bastion. In front of Zaire and McRae. Left side. McRae on the back check. Firing a shot. Saved by McKinney. Off the stick of McRae. Punch forward by Proden. Over to Yannick. Knocked down. Is going to be going down. Is going to be one of the boys from the Guardians. Bastion rather. Puck is sent the other way. No icing. Down behind the net of Moravchik. Here comes Gaspararo going to work against Millen. Backing up is McRae. They got a guy breaking and Campbell pushing it up the ice. He had Haneke. Didn't get it to him. Campbell from the high slot, shot blocked by Zaire, picked up by BMAC, left and right with just over 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Out to Max 3. It's Pasturzi and Gaspararo, 2-on-1 against Ostrom. Offsides is going to be the call. I want to see the replay on that one, folks. Let's see if Pasturzi entered the zone before Gasparro did, as Gasparro went wide right. Here it comes up the ice, he goes. Pasturzi was across the blue line. Good call by the referee. Looks like 1:34 left to go here in the period. BMAC on your draw. And face-off one in the hands of Ostrom of the Guardians. Awesome. Cut back behind Pasturzi. Makes the move up here. Poke check by Clark. Picked off by Pasturzi out of the zone in the hands of Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer to Rich. Rich up to BMAC. BMAC pushes one forward. Offsides will be the call as McMurray was across the blue line. BMAC was over the line, folks. It was offsides. Good call by the referee. Lineup stays the same for the boys in black. It'll be Pasturzi, McMurray, and Clark up front. A little R&R on D. Face-off just outside the zone right in front of us. McMurray slams one forward into McCullough. McCullough goes the other way again for Abrahamson. Abrahamson carries in front of the benches. Cut off by BMAC. BMAC tried to take him down, muscling him off. Picked up here by Rylan Rich. Chipped in the left wing corner by Bastian. Bastian and Abraham's going to go against Rich. Blocked by McMurray in front of the net of McKinney, who shoves one forward. Saved by McKinney. Stuffing in off the back post, and we're going to get a whistle as it's smothered by the pads of McKinney. Zayer came in to push Walls on top of the net to make sure he didn't get another look at it. And 1:17 to go here in the second. Face-off goes into the right wing circle to the left of McKinney. Brielle Boyd makes her way onto the ice in lieu of Brady McMurray, headed back to the bench. Rothmeyer down to the right wing corner. Pasturzi on the half wall, in the slot goes Rich, then Clark. Boyd on your draw against Bastian. Face-off one to Remondini, who tries to curl and fire. Rich did a nice job of tying up Walls. Puck slides over to left wing corner. Picked up by McCullough. Coming down against Rich. Rich going to cut him off. He's just a brace. Coming in as Boyd. Rich pokes, checks into the hands of Boyd. Boyd sends over to the far side for Rich. Over to Clark. Clark back to Rich. 2-on-2 up Pasturzi. Rich looks to go cross ice for Ryan. Ryan inside the zone. Left wing side. Fires a shot. Rebound up front. Trying to chip it. It was Ryan Rich. Just tried to Bobby Orr and it didn't work, folks. Rich went flying. Lost his stick in the process. It's Bastian around Clark. 3-on-1 in front of Rothmeyer. Left wing side, looks to go, spin behind the back pass, looks to fire shot, saved by McKinney, no rebound given. At 41.2 seconds to go here in the period. That one might be a YouTube short if I ever saw one, folks. Rylan Rich went airborne. And Aldena's got a great picture of it. It looks like Bobby Orr, except he didn't score. That might be the new statue outside of Seven Bridges, folks. Out there now for the Phantoms is going to be DeNormandy, Sire, and Lucadello up front. Blue liners are Rock and Cush. Cush was in the I formation. Puck goes in the left wing corner, met by Cushman. Against Olsen, coming down low is going to be Campbell. Bodied off by Sire, coming towards Monaco. Looks to fire a shot, saved by McKinney. Off the post, knocked away by Monaco. Puck slides in. And the Phantoms, or the Guardians, back up with a 2-goal lead as Campbell gets the dirty goal in front. Number 8 on the scoreboard. Face-off goes back to center ice, and it's 4-2. Your lineup now stays the same for the Phantoms. Double D, Sire, and Lucadello. Lucadello on the forecheck. Here comes the Guardians. Austin against Cushman with 19 seconds to go. 3-on-2 in front of Rock, and Cush back checking as the Phantoms pass blocked by Cushman. Heads towards the left wing circle, picked off by Sire, firing a shot, saved by McKinney. Swatted away by Double D. Into the right wing corner, going to be Geisler. Down low, Monaco's going to come in. He's got him pinned in. Coming in is going to be Sire. Picked his pocket is going to be Campbell. And that sound is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, the Phantoms had clawed their way back into this game and gave it right back late in period number 2 as we enter the second intermission. It's the Guardians 4 and the Chicago Phantoms 2. This second intermission brought to you by Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Fireball, ignite the night. At least that's what it says on the bottle anyway. Enjoy the intermission, folks. Welcome back, folks. It's the final frame here at center ice. 15 minutes are on the clock. The Phantoms are working from left to right. Your lineup is going to be Proden, along with Nyadik and Gaspararu. Fimo enters the game. Moravchik headed to the bench there in between periods. Blue liners are going to be a little R&R. Kept him for Rich. Rich fires a shot. Shot blocked by Millen over to the far side. Proden going to come trucking in hard. Chopped out towards Rothmeyer. Picked up by Steen. Kept in by Proden. Puck slides out of the zone for Abrahamson. He's trying to make a move around Gaspar. Rich covering in the high slot. Rothmeyer gets back in position. Down in the right wing corner. Abrahamson goes down. Picks his pocket as Gaspar. Picked up by Rich. Rich to Proden. He's got Nyadik here to the near side. Hits to Julian. Between his legs, Julian going to push it across the blue line. Gaspar, Rich has the net. Got Ranyadik, fires the fire one. Bouncing puck towards Feeble. Trying to stuff it in his Proden. On the wrap route. Proden up to Gaspar. Saved by Feeble. Slotted in by Nyadik in the left wing corner. Rich backs off. He was all over. Nyadik pokes it loose. Picked up by the Guardians. Trying to knuckle one out of the zone. Kept in by Rich at the blue line. Backhanded towards Steen. Trying to throw it out is going to be the Guardians. They're going to throw one towards McKinney. Tipped. They're going to say it was tipped. All the way behind the net. Picked up by Rothmeyer. He's got Nyadik here on the near side. Sends it over to Julian. Ostrom comes in. Nyadik can pick it up. Ostrom blew a tire, but it's picked off by Campbell. Gasparo giving chase. On the far side, right to left comes Campbell. With speed around Gasparo towards Proden, now in front of Rothmeyer and Rich. Top of the right circle. Taking to the right wing corner. Rothmeyer giving chase in front of blue paint for Nyadik. Nyadik going to send one to Ostrom. Ostrom right, left point, fires a shot. And it off of McKinney, and in it goes. Not sure if Campbell got that one or not. It looks like it might have been redirected by Campbell. He's got his second goal of the game at 13:31. Make that 13, I think it's 31. And it's 5-2. As we head our way back out to center ice. McMurray, Sire, and Clark up front. Cush and the Rock on D. Push forward by Olsen. Olsen will Cushman. Cushman to Monaco. Monaco to Sire. Sire across the Guardian line. Over to Clark in the slot. Broken up by Geisler. Clark trying to muscle his way towards the net. We're going to get a penalty on the Guardians. Out to Cushman. Right point. McKinney going to head to the net. Gives it to McMurray. McMurray back over to Cushman. McMurray blows him up here. Right wing side. Picked up by Sire. Sire fires one off the shoulder of Geisler. Far side. Here comes Pasterzi. Pasterzi into the left wing corner. Runs through it. Guardians wanted a penalty on McMurray. They did not get it. So at 13:23, here in period number 3, headed to the sin bin is going to be, slashing is going to be the call on number 22, Ostrom. Resulting in a Phantoms power play. This power play brought to you by Big Sammy's Hot Dogs. Remember what Big Sammy says, eat more hot dogs. Now serving 2 locations. One in Elk Grove, one in Elgin. Your power play unit out there now. Monaco's going to get a penalty. Cushman or Monaco, not sure which one's going to the box. Looks like Cushman's going to the box for hooking. And that negates the power play for the Phantoms at 12:38, I believe. We're going to have a minute 15 of 4-on-4 hockey. Your 4-on-4 unit out there now is going to be Boyd along with Gaspararu, a little R&R on D. For the Guardians, it'll be Abrahamson going to work in front of Rothmeyer. Right side, going to work, trying to send one forward. Wide right behind McKinney here to the near side for Millen. Cut off by Boyd. Coming out towards Gaspararu, going back to the cross ice into the hands of McCullough. McCullough goes over to Bastian, here towards Boyd. Backing up is Boyd. Head of steam for Bastian across the blue line. Drops it over to Abrahamson. Going to the net is Bastian. Shot blocked by Rothmeyer. Loose change for Gaspararu. Here comes Max 3 along with Boyd in a 2-on-2 with Abraham's back and checking. In front of McCullough, Gosser over to Boyd. Boyd trying to tip one forward, blocked by Millen. Back to Brielle. Brielle trying to fire a backhand shot. Fires one forward, blocked by Bastian. Throws it over to the far side. Rothmeyer thought about trucking in. Picked up by Abrahamson. He's going to send one forward. Past Rothmeyer, down to the right wing corner, icing if it gets there. He's going to wave it off now in front of the Zam doors. Rothmeyer curling back around, hits Max 3. Got Boyd circling at center. Picked off it by McCullough. Remondini across the line in front of Rich. Tries to fire a toe drag release. Saved by McKinney. And it was going to be a quick whistle there by the referee as McKinney played it. Referee put his hand on, my bad, he said to McKinney. Declan had a few choice words for him, I'm sure. Face-off goes back into the right wing circle in the offensive zone for the Guardians. And the Phantoms change things up in their 4-on-4 with 8 seconds to go on that 4-on-4. It's going to be Monaco and Zaire on D. Firing a shot from the point is going to be the Guardians. Picked up here by Campbell towards Monaco. Shot wide left. Monaco going to collect it behind the net, left to right on the far side, and it's going to be a Phantoms PK here. Monaco going up the ice in the penalty kill. This penalty kill brought to you by Timmy Hortons. There's always time for Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, the official Canadian coffee of the Chicago Phantoms. Parents, we are even strength as that was an easier, quick penalty kill. Over here to the near side is going to be Proden. Proden to the Normandy. Normandy at the line, dancing across the blue line. Now it's going to be offsides as Normandy comes in with it. That puck was slid there, was on the line, it never went in. So offsides will be the call with 11:22 to go here in the third. Lineup stays the same on D. Forwards out there now, we've got too many of them. Nope, they're all set. It's Lucadello, Sire, and BMAC up front. Monaco and Zaire on D. Ashton going to work in Sire, out to Lucadello. Lucadello fires a shot quick in front of Fimo on the far side. Rebound from McMurray. McMurray bouncing puck to Monaco. Monaco to Zaire. Zaire right point. Tries to fire one low. Intercepted by McCullough. Chip pass Sire here to the near side. Zaire regroup, cuts back here. Picks it up at center. Sends it over to Monaco on the far side. Off the rock stick. Monaco going to slam one out to BMAC. BMAC off his stick in center. Push forward past Millen. Picked up by Lucadello. Head of the net is Gavin Sire. Bastian going to cut it off. Picked up by Gavin Sire, right corner. Gavin pops it loose behind the goal line. Lucadello in support. Right wing corner battle going on. 2-on-2. Lucadello gets on the defensive side of it now. McCullough drags one forward. Pushing it out towards Zaire. Looking to hit it up the ice toward Abrahamson. Pushing it up is going to be Abrahamson against Zaire. Zaire going to carry him in left wing corner. Going to cut him off. Puck is loose down low. Zaire sends it over to the right wing corner. Monaco going to have to come trucking down for McMurray. Picked off by Millen. Monaco bodies it off the puck. Loose change for Zaire. Zaire slams one over here to the near side. Bounces it off left wing hash mark boards. Lucadello cuts back. Sends one out to Sire. When he blocked by Bastian, he's going to make a move towards McMurray and curl back around to his forehand. Chip past Lucadello. Lucadello here at the inside. Drag forward by Bastian. Knocked loose by Zaire. Jump forward by Lucadello towards Gavin. Gavin high slot. Fires a shot. Shot blocked by the Guardians. Picked up here by Pasturzi. Pasturzi right wing corner. He's got Zaire at the right point. Couldn't get it to him. 2 on him. Needs some support. Chipped over here to the near side by Millen. Lucadello comes in trying to shove it down the wall towards Pasturzi. 3-on-3 battle in the corner for Ryan. Ryan back over to Lucadello. Lucadello over to Sire. Sire to the point for Zaire. Zaire's going to fire one wide left. Glove down by McCullough. Picked up by Pasturzi. He fans on it. Bottom score. Fires a shot off the back of the net. Picked up by the Guardians. Bastian. Here to the near side. Backing up is going to be the Phantoms. Out towards Zaire. Pass got Sire. Towards in front of Rylan Rich. Try to make a toe drag. Poke check by Rich. Top of the right circle. Fires a shot. Shot blocked by Rich. Here to the near side. Lucadello's going to have to truck it and get it. Nico across the Phantom line. Pushing it at center into the hands of Austin with throws on the other way. He picked up by Rylan Rich in front of the Phantom benches. Rylan going against Olsen. Right wing corner. Olsen going to get the better of the exchange right now. Now coming in is Haneke. Cut off by Rich behind the net of McKinney. Gavin Sire on the back check here towards Zaire. Haneke controlling. Out to the left point, comes across to the blue line, sauces one past Pasturzi into the right wing corner. Rylan Rich going to pick it up against Olsen. Makes the move around Rich. Bottom of the right corner now. Looks to go right to left here to the near side for Zaire. Guardians controlling in the left wing corner. Here comes Zaire, going to finally run him off in the left wing corner. Hanging onto his stick is going to be Olsen. Finally picked up by Abrahamson. No support by the Guardians. Took the fire shot, or no support by the Phantoms. Shot by Abrahamson, went wide. Kept in by Geisler. Across to Haneke. Sent back into the right wing corner by the Zamdors, and the Phantoms in trouble. Need a line change. 8:15 to go here in the period. Tripped up Rich. No call on the tripping. Rich going to try to send one forward. Cut off by Haneke. Abrahamson picks it off. Right face off top. Fires a shot. Blocked by Zaire into the left wing corner. Firing one back behind the net. Finally kicked loose by McKinney. He's going to smother it. We're going to get a whistle at 7:49 or 59 here in the third. And the Phantoms get the much needed line change in. Face-off goes into the left wing circle. Your lineup now is going to be DeNormandy along with Clark and Boyd. A little R&R on D. Rich heads to the half wall. Rothmeyer in the slot with double D and Boyd. Left wing corner, Campbell picks up the loose change, pushing up here to the near side against Clark. Rich coming in now to drag it up the left wing board, trying to push it toward double D. Double D over to Clark. Clark bounces it out, glove down by Walls. Puck is loose for Ryland Rich. Rich with a little bit of speed comes up the ice against Bastian, try to cut back. He goes down as he stepped on the puck. Bastian going to cut around Boyd. Poke check loose by Clark, picked back up by Bastian in front of Rothmeyer. Looks to fire a shot, glove down by McKinney. Rebound for Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer to Boyd. Boyd over to Clark, off his stick and out of the zone it goes. And it's going to be picked up by Rimondini. Rimondini pass Boyd up to Walls. Walls to Rothmeyer as he lost it off his stick. Rimondini right back into the zone for Walls. Going to work against Rothmeyer now. Walls going to go. Rothmeyer chopped it free, but it's picked back up by Walls behind the net. He tries to hit the brakes, makes Rothmeyer mick. Off the stick of Monaco, he blocks it. It's picked up by Abrahamson. Picked up in the right wing corner, loose change for Clark. Clark going to wrap around here to the near side for the Rock. Rock up to DeNormandy. DeNormandy out of the zone, off the stick of Haneke, and he picks up the loose change. Sauce pass Boyd. Here comes the Guardians right back the other way into the hands of DeNormandy, picked up by Monaco. Monaco Mohawks and puck protections past Haneke, throws it into the zone. Puck's going to slide into the left wing corner. Nobody on it for the Phantoms. Here comes Clark now on the forecheck. Makes a move around. Clark is going to be Rimondini here to the near side for Gospodaru. Chipped out towards the right point in front of Monaco. Monaco going to cut him off right along the blue line. Pushed in. Nyadek going to come in left wing corner. Harassed is going to be Nyadek. Puck is loose down behind the goal line. Monaco gets the inside position. Slams it over here to Nyadek in the left wing half wall now. Nyadek's got Cronin at the blue line. Thrown back the other way by the Guardians is Steen. Steen against Cushman and Monaco. 3-on-2 at Nyadek back checking. Cush going to take him wide right, down behind the right wing corner. Here to the near side, picked up by Nyadek now. Nyadek left wing corner along with Cushman in support. Fished out by Julian. Julian up to Gospodaru. Haneke coming back, trying to cut back his Gospodaru into the right corner. Gospodaru position, cut off by Haneke. Couldn't get position on it. And it's collected by Millen. Out past Proden, left wing corner. Proden tries to push it back down low. Out to the point. Here comes the Guardians in a 2-on-2. Up towards Monaco. Campbell coming in along with Cushman. Cushman popped it loose in the right wing corner. Monaco comes down low. He stands up, Steen. Picked up by Campbell. Now Monaco comes in. He bodies it loose once again. Going down is going to be Campbell, right wing Hashmarks, firing a shot wide left of McKinney. Here to the near side, Monaco, a one-man wrecking machine out there right now. Left wing circle, Bastian in front of Steen. Knocked off the puck by Proden, right for Campbell. Saved by McKinney. Far side for Gospodaru. Out to the right point. We're going to get a whistle as Gusler touches the puck. And number 21, Steen, went down. He's hurt. And he is not getting up, folks. Coach making his way onto the ice. We're going to take a brief break on the mic. Welcome back, folks. Mr. Steen is up and skating off the ice, gingerly albeit. He is up and skating. That's a good sign. Hopefully he will be okay and be able to continue with 5:22 to go here in period number 3. Your lineup out there for the Phantoms will be Nyadek, Gospodaru, and Proden up front. Blue liner is going to be Zaire and McCrae. Gospodaru against Bastian. Face off one towards Nyadek. Nyadek trying to make a move around Ostrom. Ostrom hooking around Nyadek, going to work here to the near side. Picked up here by Gospodaru. Puck is loose for Bastian. We're going to get a penalty on Ostrom. He's going to the sin bin for taking out Nyadek there. He never played the puck. The number 22 headed to the sin bin. That is his second penalty of the game. That is the second penalty, fourth penalty, I should say, for the Guardians. One more on them, and if you have a ticket to today's game, you get yourself a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. That coupon only good on Sundays. This power play brought to you by Jay's Beef in Harwood Heights on Montrose and Narragansett. Jay's Beef. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Stop in and see Jay, Johnny, Frankie, the Fortuna brothers. Tell them I said hi, folks. It's going to be Gasparo along with Yannick and Proden up front. Blue liner is going to be a little R&R. Yannick going to pick it up here to the near side. Going to try to send one down low for Gasparo. Thrown out of the zone by the Guardians. Going to slide all the way by McKinney for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 1:12 to go here on this Jay's Beef power play. Looks like 4:52 remaining in the third period. Your lineup for the Phantom stays the same as Proden and Yannick switch. Proden on the half wall, Yannick in the slot. Gasparo on your draw against Bastian. Bastian wins the draw. Over here to the near side, Millen gets his pocket picked by Yannick. He hits the brakes in the right wing corner, leaves it for Proden. Proden back to Yannick. Yannick looks to go behind the net over to Gasparo. Gasparo left wing corner now. Proden sets up in front of the net. Yannick down behind the corner, playing from Gretzky's office. Left wing corner, Yannick up to the hash marks to Gasparo. Back in the corner for Yannick. Gasparo has the net, out to the point for Rylan Rich. Off his stick, it goes and out of the zone. Rich going to hit the brakes and going to fly right by, but he's got to cut back as Yannick was not out of the zone. Entering in right side, Yannick, right circle, fires a shot. Saved by Fimo right in the glove with 39 seconds to go on this Jay's Beef power play. Face-off goes back into the right wing circle in the offensive zone for the boys in black. Headed out there for Coach Caden's squad will be Sire, Clark, and Pasterzi. Blue liners are going to be Cush and the Rock. Cushman right, Monaco left in that high slot. Cushman creeping into the top of that right circle in the I formation behind Sire. Pasterzi on the half wall. Face off won by Haneke. Behind the net, Clark couldn't get a piece of it. Slowed up. Here comes Monaco against Campbell. Monaco going to pin him in. Left wing corner coming down. It's going to be Haneke waiting for support. Monaco's got him pinned in. Finally, Pasterzi and Clark arrive on the scene. And chip back up the half wall. Monaco can't get to it. Picked up here by Haneke. Makes the move around Sire. Monaco on the back check here to the near side. In front of Cushman, who's going to pop it loose in the hands of Remondini, who fires one wide left. Off the end boards to Sire on the far side. Gavin makes a nice little spinorama. Collects the puck for Clark. Clark up the ice to Pasterzi. He's got Cushman breaking. Over to Cush. Cush into the high slot. Cross fires a shot. Shot blocked by Remondini. Trying to break it out, cut off by Cushman, picked up by Monaco. Monaco fires a shot, blocked by Geisler in the left corner. Monaco comes in, puts a shoulder on it, ties it up left wing corner. Monaco comes down low. We are even strength, folks. Monaco still hanging on to it. And pushing in, coming in is Clark on the defensive side. Out to picked up here by Sire. Sire comes in, fires a shot. Glove save for Pasterzi. Pasterzi curls around, fires a shot forward. Off the stick of Clark in the left wing corner. Backing up is going to be Sire and Clark. Far side cross ice pass out of the zone. It's going to be collected by Cushman with Abrahamson on the forecheck now. Cushman behind the net. Going to hit the brakes and Abrahamson flies right by. Up towards Pasterzi. Pasterzi across the Phantom line. Hits Clark. Clark and McMurray 2-on-2. Clark fires a shot wide left of Femel. And then a far corner for McMurray. Left wing hash marks. Here comes Pasterzi. Pasterzi in front of the Guardian benches. Pushes one forward to Clark. Clark poked out. Picked up in the hands by Pasterzi. Pasterzi with 3 on him. Curling around. Sends it back into the left wing corner down low for McMurray. McMurray behind Remondini. Off the skates of Pasterzi. Picked up here by Zaire. Zaire fires one forward. Shot blocked by the Guardians. Here they come. Remondini up the ice 3-on-2 with Abrahamson and Walls against Cushman and Zaire. Offsides is going to be the call. As that couple of boys from the Guardians that were wide right just went across the blue line before the puck. And we're going to get a whistle at 2, I believe that says 54 remaining here in the third. Face-off goes just outside the zone, right in front of us. It's going to be Boyd on your draw. Lucadello on right wing, BMAC left. Zaire and McRae are your defensemen. Bastian wins the draw. Millen going to dump it in deep past McRae. Wrapping around the head of McKinney left to right. Zaire goes trucking down by the Zandors to go get it. He hits the brakes. Setting up the forecheck is going to be the Guardians in a 2-1-2 over here to the near side. Campbell giving chase against McRae. McRae up the ice to Lucadello. Trying to slam one out towards Boyd. Kept in by the Guardians. Millen back in the left wing corner. Phantoms regrouping in their corner for Zaire. Zaire out to BMAC. BMAC sends one to Boyd. Boyd's got Lucadello. Boyd comes in left side. Left wing hash marks down behind the goal line. She goes. Lucadello setting up shop. Boyd here to the near side. Hits McRae. Right point. McRae fires a shot. Pick rebound for McMurray. Back behind that, McMurray and Millen going to work here to the near side with 1:54 to go in the game. McRae, left point, right point, over to left point, Zaire. Zaire walks the line like Johnny Cash. Tries to fire one in, but it's blocked by Steen. Jalmerson style backhand shot out of the zone. It's 2-on-1 the other way. McRae comes in. Centering pass. Broken up by Lucadello. Puck is in front of the net. Out towards McCullough. Steen goes down. Blocked by McMurray. Campbell fires a shot, saved by McKinney. Rebound out for McRae, out to the right point for Geisler. Off his stick it goes and out of the zone. It's going to be BMAC on the forecheck. Geisler hits the brakes and curls around to the outside. Makes the move around Gastaro. Comes in towards McRae. Got McRae miss. Bottom in the right circle. Geisler fires a shot, saved by McKinney. McRae chops it towards McMurray. Coming in is Abrahamson. He fires a shot. It's shouldered off by BMAC into the hands of McRae. McRae out to the point, kept in by Ostrom. Ostrom fires shot blocked by Gastaro, picked up by Bastian. Poke check by McRae. Bastian hangs on, fires one wide right of McKinney on the far side for BMAC. 1:21 to go. BMAC pushing it forward, runs into defender Olsen. Coming over is McMurray. McRae, BMAC puts a body and knocked it loose, right wing hash marks now. BMAC comes in, sends him behind the net to Zayer, here to the near side. Zayer cuts back, knocked off the puck by Olsen, picked up by McRae. Steen comes in against McRae, thrown out to McMurray, picked off by Ostrom. Top of the right circle, fires a shot, saved by McKinney. Rebound off the post, another save by McKinney. Another save by McKinney as the puck slides into the right wing corner for BMAC. BMAC right wing corner sends one out of the zone, heads all the way towards Femel. Femel going to have to make the save with 27 seconds to go. It'll be picked up by Geisler. Here comes Gastanaro on the forecheck, out towards Hanuki. Hanuki going to work against Rich, makes the move past Normandy, high slot, around Proden, far side, looks to drop it out to the point for Ostrom. Looking to block a shot, saved by McKinney, no rebound given with 10 seconds to go. As this clock continues to run, make it 8 point whatever. Face-off goes into the right wing circle. Exciting last 5 minutes of this game, folks. And the Phantoms unable to find the twine. They've definitely had some opportunities. It'll be Gaspararo along with Proden. Proden comes out, shot blocked by Ryland Rich. Blocked by Hanuki, picked up by Rothmeyer, sends it out of the zone into the hands of Geisler. And that sound is the end of the game. Your final score here at center ice, the Guardians 5 and the Chicago Phantoms 2, as we head over to our favorite part of the broadcast, Rockies recap. For the visiting and victorious Guardians, 4 penalties on the affair, 2 by Abrahamson in the second period, both of them tripping, one at 11:25 and one at 8:14. And then Ostrom, 2 penalties in the third, 1 a slash, 1 a rough at 13:23 and 5:10 respectively. Goals scored by the Guardians, Abrahamson, he had the first 2, both in the first period, one at 12:36 and one at 2:37. Then Ostrom got on the board at 4:22 in the second, and in their last 2 were scored by Soup Campbell of the Guardians at 25.1 seconds in period number 2 and 13:31 in period number 3. For the home team Chicago Phantoms, penalties on Max Gaspararo in the second period, roughing at 13:22. Monaco headed to the sin bin in second period at 9:35 for tripping, and Cushman rounded out the penalties for hooking at 12:38 in period number 3. Goals scored by the Phantoms, Damian Proden assisted by Max Gaspararo and Adam McRae on the shorty at 9:27 in the second, and Ryan Pasturzi assisted by Nico Lucadello on the rebound at 5:20 in period number 2. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for watching. Once again, your final score here from center ice, the Guardians 5 and the Chicago Phantoms 2. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast for the days. Definitely not the results, but thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow at Arctic Ice Arena as the Chicago Phantoms take on the Fury at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. Make that 12:20 as we sign off for the evening. As always, good night, Minnesota Lakers Grandma, wherever you are.